I think I want to basic here because Vice Special. And hopefully Blaster can go first. All right, now we get to alt. What's this going to do for damage?
Enhance.
What's this going to do for damage?
Enhance.
What's this going to do for damage?
Enhance.
All right, we got it. Barely. Okay. Thank you, Blaster, for that one. How's it going, everybody? This is Seer here, and we have our round 1 match of Cosmic Crucible Season 17. So today we are matched up against Toomey. As far as their TCP goes, it looks like they are 223 million, and they were on about 13 minutes ago, so they might have actually gotten their attacks done already. So hopefully we can see the results pretty quick here. Now, as far as their defense goes, I took a quick glance at it, but it looks pretty interesting to say the least. Stage 1, we do have 3-piece Annihilators, APOC, and Mephisto. Now, the interesting thing here is they gave Gore the Fortifier, so he's going to have the Taunt as well as Gladiator. I think it's to maybe stop the Starjammers, but I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal to try to get around that. Stage 2, they do have the full Curse team. They took Mordo out for Azazel. Stage 3, we have Black Knight, we have the Phoenix Force, Shadow King, and Quasar. So 3 legendaries in here. Stage 4, we have Liberty with Dorm. Stage 5, we have OG Emma with the Night Stalkers team. And in Stage 6, this was my room, and I'm ready here, and there's a couple bugs with this one, which is really unfortunate because they said they did their testing on here. It looks like when you do the attack, your allies are getting the turn meter from a quick video snippet I saw from ZKG. And also I saw something where Immortal X-Men came in and it had Rachel Summers there. Storm did this special and their entire team had like the permanent damage on there. I don't know what happened with that one, but yeah, we're gonna see what's going on with stage 6. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start the attacks. All right, for stage 6, I'm going to do a burn attack in here. We're going to go in with the Liberty team. I'm hoping I can maybe get a couple turns off so that we can try to pull as many abilities off as I can. Now, they do have Xavier who's going to stop the turn meter until he takes a turn. New Emma in here to stop any speed stat gain. They have the City character with Kingpin in here, so that way they're going to get the barrier when an ally uses a special or ultimate. Nightcrawler in here, and we have Null, who's the cosmic character, so they're going to have that permanent damage out there. We have full globals, so basically it's just the turn meter portions. Once Xavier takes a turn, we can maybe get some, but I'm just going to try to pull as many abilities as I can. Let's go in. All right, so there is the summon. Nightcrawler's taking his turn. There's the barrier that's going on their allies. Null doing the ultimate. There's the permanent damage. Looks like some permanent, not like the full permanent damage. We get our turn. Let's go ahead. Special. All right, Emma's going into Cap Sam. All right, here comes the Xavier special. Going into Cap Sam. That's actually not terrible. All right, let's go ahead and special here. All right, Patriot goes special. And we pulled the ultimate from Xavier, which is perfect. I like that sack. That's a good one. All right, we are going in with Vigilantes. This one here, we're just going to have the city that's going to give us the barriers. Silver Sable's going to ult turn 1. That should get rid of the summon from Kingpin. And then from there, Hitmonkey can try to get the stun into Xavier. From there, I think we should be pretty good on this. So let's see how this ends up playing out. All right, so Nightcrawler doing the ult. We got slow out there. That is not a good start. Going into my Silver Sable is not good. And she's killed off, so this is going to be a loss. Let's go ahead and back out. I'll just go in with a different team. All right, we're going to attempt to use this hodgepodge team here. So we're going to end up having Spider-Man Big Time. He's going to be able to ult turn 1. That gets our city characters so we can get some barrier out there. We have our global and we have our cosmic. So Quasar is going to make it so we're going to have that permanent damage out there. Very quick characters that way you can try to kill the Xavier. I do have Storm and Jean in here, so I'm going to be breaking up the Immortal X-Men, which I'm actually not too upset about. So let's go ahead and get this room cleared. All right, so Nightcrawler is going first again. We do have some immunity out there, so that's good. Let's go ahead, ult. And they are taking out Storm. This is another fail. That is not good. Getting the Nightcrawler ult turn 1 definitely cost us on this one. So I think I should have kept that Vigilante, but it is what it is. We're still kind of testing our waters on this one. All right, stage 4, Mutant Double. This one here is the Liberty with a Dorm. We're just going to go in here with the full Vigilante team. I think this should be a pretty easy, solid win for this one. Let's go in. All right, let's go ahead and pop that ultimate, get all those buffs off. So there goes Dorm. Let's go ahead and get the stun into Peggy Carter. There goes Peggy. And the nice thing about this counter, which is why I want to bring it, is because Hitmonkey stops the revive that the Dorm kind of brings. That way it can actually get some better efficiency on this one. I need to play into the efficiency really hard on this one since I messed up that stage 6. All right, and this should hopefully kill Captain Sam over here. All right, special. All right, and there he goes. All right, for stage 3 Legends, I want to test this team out in here. Basically, we have our Blastar team. We're going to have Kahori, and I just want to see how this really plays out. So more experimented for us. Old Man Logan should be stopping the charges from Black Knight. Kahori's going to be able to try to do the 2 basic attacks, get Blastar ramped up. We have Yo-Yo in here, who has a speed of 140. We have Black Widow in here, who's basically a speed of 156 because of her passive as soon as Kahori goes. So it should be 2 Kahoris, Black Widow, then I believe it's going to end up being Blastar in here. Let's see what happens on this one. All right, so let's go ahead, basic into Black Knight. Another basic to try to get off that taunt. All right, so Black Knight took his turn because we got the charges off. So now he's got the taunt and everything back on. We have 2 charges. They have immunity, so we can't really do that. Let's go ahead and basic. And there goes Black Widow and Yo-Yo. They didn't do anything. And yeah, didn't work. I want to experiment some more, so let's go ahead and do some more experimenting. All right, for this one, let's go in with the Immortal X-Men. We're gonna have Rachel Summers in here. I think this one should work fairly well. The immunity, I don't think it's gonna be too much of a cause because they're not gonna have the safeguard. Yeah, let's see what happens. All right, let's go ahead, get the stun into Quasar over here. All right, let's get the striker shot into Quasar again. All right, so now we can spread the stun. Let's do the special. And let's go ahead special with Beast. All right, we're going to end up doing a turn meter rewind into this chunk. Or not. All right, Storm is at 17 charges. Let's go ahead, pop the ult. All right, ult into Jean. So there's the ability block on her, but Omega Red's about to really mess us up. Ult, flip positives, let's do that. And we didn't get the flip. All right, so we're just gonna have the Omega Red to clean up on this one, it looks like. All right, for this one here, what we have is going to be all strikers. We're just going to try to hit them fast, hit them hard. We're going to end up using our Kohori because they don't have any way to stop the turn meter. We're going to have Blaster in here. Medusa's going to stop the Death Proofs on the opponent's side. Null to stop the Mephisto. Then Old Man Logan to do Old Man Logan things. Let's go in. All right, so we have all of our Death Proofs. Let's go ahead, basic. So now we're off him. Let's go ahead basic into Gladiator. They do have the extra health because of Apocalypse and Mephisto as well. All right, let's go ahead and let's do a basic on here. All right, let's go ahead. Special, that's going to give us revive once, but we need to get through the Mephisto so that way we can actually take advantage of it. Gore is going to try to stop that. APOC ult. All right, let's go ahead. Basic. I think I want to basic here because if I special, and hopefully Blaster can go first. All right, now we get to ult. What's this going to do for damage? All right, we got it. Barely. Okay. Thank you, Blaster, for that one. All right, for this one here, we're going to have Captain Britain. That's going to stop the turn meter that Juggernaut ends up providing. We're going to have a Songbird. We have Spider-Man Big Time. Spider-Man Big Time is going to be able to ult, get the flip on there. And then if he ends up getting the taunt reapplied, we have Songbird to try to stop that. We're going to have Quasar. We're going to have Odin in here. Let's see what happens on this one. All right, so Songbird actually goes before Big Time. So let's go ahead and ult. And I'm going to special into Helverine. All right, so there he goes. Let's go ahead and basic. There goes Satana. Ult here. Now he's got the Disrupt. And yeah, this worked really, really good. Awesome. All right, stage 5, Fester. This is the one where the trauma is going to end up getting bleeds on them every turn. It's really nothing but a room. We're just going to go in here with the Starjammers team. So let's see how this pretty much should actually walk over it, I believe. Let's go in. All right, let's go ahead. Ult into Man-Thing. Let's get the ability blocks over here. There's the trauma. Let's go ahead. Special layer. I'm not really too worried about the Emma Frost. Let's ult. That should get rid of a few of you. Yep. Super easy. Let's go ahead special, and that's going to finish it. All right. Easy cleanup here. We're just going to go in with our Cabal team. We have Kang and new Emma. Let's just go in and take this out and see if my opponent attacked yet. All right, so Kang, let's go ahead basic here, get some crits out there. And here's a special. And yep, there it is. All right, let's see if my opponent attacked. Oh, we actually won, or are they still attacking? We got a 41,021. They got a 40,599. So yeah, stage 1, they one-shot that with the Starjammers. Stage 2, they did clear that after 2 dropped attacks. That's good. Stage 3, they got the one-shot. Stage 4, Hellfire Club Dak and stopped Cabal. Interesting. I want to see how this one played out. Stage 5, they got the one-shot with Vigilante, and then stage 6, they couldn't clear. Yeah, so we did get the victory. I was really worried about this one. I want to see how this played out. So they did a burn, then they went in with their own Fantastic Four, Hank Pym. More importantly, I want to see what this Hellfire Club Dakin did to stop Cabal. That's really interesting to me. So overall with the season, the stage 6 definitely was an issue. Let's go ahead. So there's a crit. Super Scroll's going. This stopped a Super Scroll too. Wow. All right. Iron Patriot special. I bet the revives really threw him off. The stealth right there to speed up Dakin. Well, no, because he has the vulnerable. Azazel did some nasty work there. Sebastian Shaw ult. Nice heal on them. Emma Frost special. Diamond form. Super Scroll basic. So there goes Dakin. So there should be an ult coming up here from Madeline. Alright, so... Okay, that's a special from Madeline. Okay, so we still have an ult coming. Super Scroll ult. They're feeling good right now, I bet. There's a special... Oh, nope, that was an ult, so Dakin is now back. There's an ult from Azazel. That's going to bring another one back. Or not. So it's 2 versus 3 right now with the Super Scroll mixed in there. Alright, there's the ult. There's Madeline back in the play. Special. There's a basic and a Super Scroll. Yeah, I gotta kill Madeline before she ults here. There's the ult. That should bring back Emma. In her diamond form also. That's interesting. She's in her diamond form. Yeah, Super Scroll versus Dakin. When Super Scroll keeps going stealth, it's just going to keep speeding up Dakin. Alright, so there's the ult from Emma. That's going to bring Azazel back, I believe, right? There's Azazel. And yeah, now they got the full control going in Super Scroll. This was interesting. I would not expect that one to actually happen. I do want to see the stage 6 also. I want to see how that ended up playing out. Because they end up doing a defense right here. So they end up doing a dropped attack. They end up doing a burn attack in here. And it looks like they almost got it. If they would have got this, they would have got the victory on this one. All right, so this one here, we don't have any city characters either. They have a city character with Hank Pym. No, he's global. We got the global and the cosmic going. So stunned right off the bat into Johnny. That's actually pretty helpful for us. So he does get any assist even after Xavier takes his turn. There's an ult from Franklin. Nasty damage right there. There's a special. And then, yeah, do they pull anything off the Xavier? There's the special. Yeah, so if they would have done 2 burn attacks, they definitely would have won. They had that pretty good situation right there. As far as defense goes, I don't think I need... I'm going to move my APOC, I think. And I'm going to throw leader in here. I don't think I want to keep him a striker. I think I'll go skirmisher. I don't want any taunt on him. I don't want him to lose the extra health. So this will keep him alive a little bit longer. And then I'm going to move APOC over here and take Dakin out. Even though Dakin really helped, I think the extra boost that APOC gives in here kind of outweighs that. And then when APOC ends up doing the ultimate, he gets the big hit out there, he brings Sony back, he does the Falcon Punch. I think that could be more impactful, especially with the health and damage increase. Everything else I think looks good. The other thing that he ended up dropping was my Accursed Mephisto, which this can be a nightmare. It can be one shot if you have the tools for it, and he got really close to it right there. So to me, well played. I thought I actually lost this one, but good game. Hopefully we can get that rematch, and you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.